It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up, we'll get a look at Ezekiel Elliott. He looked real good a week ago with almost 160 yards. It's the Armadillos and the Raiders, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Armadillos of Louisville taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors, Louisville,
they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And let out by the rookie. Expectations high here as he's making his first NFL start.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser.
Touchdown!
Romeo Dobbs.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Armadillos are on the board first here in Vegas.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25.
So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time.
They'll be led out by Zach Wilson, former 2nd overall pick, now in his 3rd season out of BYU.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Wilson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, they'll throw.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Raiders' 26-yard line.
Inside give to Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Looking to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll look to throw here on first down.
He's got Bellinger.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
Motioning to the left is Robinson. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. 3rd down and 10.
He'll look to throw.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
24-yard line.
Now Wilson on second down. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Play action. Now Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
And tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. I mean, look at this defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
In motion right, Dobbs. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Armadillos are able to add on to that lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 14 carries, 69 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. 2nd down and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. Powers through. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. 17-0 our score after 1. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one. Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the 44-yard line.
In motion, Slayton. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bully. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make a play? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. It's a big play there for Vegas. 53 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he slides to a halt inside the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Kadarius Toney,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Louisville offense back out now. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 43-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he stopped immediately there.
The rookie Tyree Wilson, a first-round pick, there to bring him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Here comes the 8th play in the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him.
Jeremy Chin In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Raiders heading out to take over. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now a 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Wilson. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here is 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 13. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And he will pick up the 1st down as he is out of bounds. And on that, we will reach the 2-minute warning. He'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are back within a score.
Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Louisville offense back out now.
And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Some touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
And here comes Abdullah on the return. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On second down, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed, but that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
Again, Wilson.
Same target. It's Jacobs again.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds. Touchdown, Raiders!
Michael Mayer.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
One final go for this offense here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 2. And on the left sideline. He caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now brings up 4th down.
On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Big play from a big man. Kayvon Thibodeau off the edge and dropping him behind the line.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin with an always physical one in the NFC East. Heated rivals, Dallas and Philadelphia, at it again. And it's the Cowboys who are out in front. Tony Pollard with a touchdown run. From there, we'll head west to check on the other team in the Keystone State, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Will Levis, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Dak Prescott, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. We were treated to a strong first half from the former number 2 overall pick, Zach Wilson. He was slicing and dicing this defense and wound up with 3 touchdown passes in the first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Wilson. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Now Wilson.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Play action. Now Wilson.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Myers. And he is going to have the Raiders
first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
For the field goal, a 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
54 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Catch made by Slayton. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Bellinger hauls it in out left side.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Back to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And a short gain here down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They go to Elliott again. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Now 3rd down and 7.
They'll look to throw here. And he's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Elliott. Touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The York on now for the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Las Vegas' offense. All game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. Only able to gain a couple. They'll set up to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Raiders now set to get the football back. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A 1st down run there for Jacobs, but nothing doing as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. 3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They go play action now. Wilson.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, Jacobs. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
That's complete to Slayton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. Shedding the tackle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
75 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Jenkins able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Malcolm Kuntz, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillendown as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught by Tony.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas 1st. Now Wilson.
To swing that out wide to Jacobs.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeau drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on him.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That connection seemed to work out okay on the first play of the drive. Why not go right back to it? And once again, this defense is left without an answer as they surrender back-to-back 1st downs.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Jacobs. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's Jacobs. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. As that is intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
He's back to throw. Connects with Slayton. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They'll look to throw.
To Dobbs, and he hauls it in.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He'll look to throw.
He's got Elliott.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails. They just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Las Vegas,
it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week.
Meanwhile, for Louisville,
they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back